Welcome everyone to Ponce's Fathom Hobbies. This is our War of the Rings miniature paint through video, and we're going to go through all 205 of the base War of the Rings 2nd edition, starting out with just displaying the miniatures here. You can see them in the original molds, colors. They come in a red, a sky blue, and a gray, and actually a fourth color, silver, for the special characters. And we're going to get these basically, we've got these on boards, and we're going to jump right into a Zenithal priming these. So we hit them with some black spray paint flat primer, and then we also hit them with some Zenithal prime on the top. This will give them a nice consistent base, and we can paint with brushwork on top of those. I did see some other painting videos on this to get some palette ideas, but I also saw some people were having some trouble with sticky figures. So make sure you get a good solid coat of a primer on that before you start. I didn't have that kind of drying issues, so fair enough. So you can see them Zenithal primed. You've got the Gondor, the riders in the north. You've got dwarves here. All of them Zenithal primed. Here's the elves, and then we're going to just start hitting them with with our base coats. So here I'm doing the riders of Rohan, and just doing their cloaks in just a normal green, using Tamaya green. Also, doing the base coat, hitting the faces with the flesh tone, hitting some of the silvers with a metallic silver color, and obviously getting those big swath of color paints down, so then we can highlight them later and do the detail work later. I think these riders of Rohan look pretty cool. They've got the white horse on top of the green flag, and they got the green cloaks. So following some of the palettes that are out there for these Lord of the Rings figures, make them look epic, and let's get them on the tabletop so we can play a game. So here you're going to hit the going to lightly touch the raised tree of Gondor. We're going to show that. So all of the soldiers, they've got the black shields, but then we're just going to do white highlights across the top of the shield, so you can kind of see the cross there. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and then from there we're going to go on so we've gotten Rohan, we've gotten Gondor. These are some of the Gondor cavalry. With the flag bearers, again with the white tree. Here's our standard Rohan troops, just with some base coat. Now we did a similar thing for the elves. You can see across the elves. Make sure you do some variation in these guys. Like, we had black horses, white horses, gray horses, and some colors in between, tan and brown. You can see now we're starting to get the riders of Rohan looking good. The elves are starting to take some base coat form. We've got our main free folk here. Riders of Gondor, also the horses starting to come together. Got some armor on those. So I've got my magnifying goggles. I'm kind of going in and doing one-by-one paintings on some of these. You definitely got to work assembly line fashion. So I think at this point in the video, we're still on we're on the second day now. So I say about the second day of let's call this like a speed run through the War of the Rings paintings, and yeah, I'm using these goggles are real great. Help you get down to the details. Still finishing off the first base coat on some figures, while other figures were moving into some color schemes. So you can see here we're doing some gold highlights on the elf figure across some of their metallic items. Give them that mithril kind of look. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I also kind of made the decision just for fun. I did have some of the elves I have them dressed as some dark elves, sort of nod to the Gary Gygax's Dungeons and Dragons days of the Drow. Riders of Rohan looking good. The other thing is coordinating the bases. I kind of had struggle with this. So Rohan will have that lime green. The Gondor will have just the gray stone. The elves will have a turquoise kind of blue. Kind of reminds me of a mithril, a metallic kind of turquoise that I made with just, so we've got the wargs here with their riders. They'll have a black base, and then you've got the main heroes. They've got a silver, golden base, sort of like to symbolize the Fellowship of the Ring, just using gold as a theme there. And again, we've got the elf figures. So yeah, really getting through the figures. Here you can see the Rohirrim, the riders and the standards, and the Rohan. You've got the dwarves here with the banner guys and the standard guys. You've got the leaders, the elite, and the standard elves as well with their banners. You've got the Gondor regulars and the Gondor horsemen, and then also the Gondor leaders. And again, the elves. Now you can see some details taking place. You can see our main characters. We've got the Nazgul and the wargs taking shape, and we got our Fellowship of the Ring. Yeah, so once you've gotten the basic layout, then you can start going in deeper with the colors. So now we're going to painting these tunics black for the forces of Gondor. The other thing about these speedrun paint-throughs is that you have to kind of approach it as a batch painting. So you get a color black, hit all your Gondor guys with black on their cloaks. Now we're moving into some of the Easterling and the southern peoples. We've got these battle elephants. We've got the Northmen here. Their characteristic color is dark blue, with the elephants was an orange color. And again, you can see our Gondor guys. Got Aragorn painted there, Saruman, the riders of Gondor coming together real nicely now. You can see the variety among the different horse colors and among the elves as well. So we've got some fair-skinned elves, we've got some drow, and yeah, just to organize these, I put these all in these plastic boxes. Now I'm painting the bases of some of the orcs from Mordor, and just using the red base here to make it easier to spot these. So all the figures I've kind of done a basing color. The forces of Mordor have a reddish black. The forces of Isengard are black. The Eastern is orange. The elves are a turquoise blue. Dwarves are a brown. Gondor is a metallic color. And yeah, so the army's really coming along. We're probably on day 3 now. It's about day 3 of the speed run. We've got the north guys taking place. We've got these massive Uruk-hai orcs and dwarves and elves sizing up nicely. We've got the riders fully painted. So now you're kind of seeing the tabletop ready paint jobs. And we'll kind of do a tour of these. Here's the paints I've used, mostly Tamiya paints, some thinner, but you can see quite a mess here. So the next thing to do with these afterwards is to kind of put the final highlights on each of the miniatures, and then what we're going to do is we're going to opt to use a clear coat to sort of lock in the color and to make it tabletop friendly. So you can see everyone's looking pretty close to tabletop ready. I will add some details later on, but I'm going to hit them now with I'm going to use a flat acrylic primer. I think flat will do well because some of the paint kind of came off as super glossy, and I think it'll make it a little bit more thematic to have the clear coat mute some of the highlights. I've gone both ways with miniatures. With Cthulhu Death May Die, I've used glossy, but I think here I'm going to use matte. Kind of gives it an authentic look. So here you can see Gondor forces looking nice and matte, nice and subdued. Yeah, so flying over these after the clear coat, day 3 wrapping up. I think these are tabletop ready. I'm very happy with how they came out. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think of the 3-day sprint here. I got wargs, we got Nazgul, and here's the full layout of all the pieces. It's quite a few figures. Check out the Instagram below if you want to see some detail of all the different factions. And And you also, if you like and subscribe, ring the bell. When we play our War of the Rings playthrough, you guys will get notified, and it also helps us support the channel. So check out our links below. Like I said, really pleased with this. Please share in the comments below your experience with painting these or your experience of War of the Rings. And I'll see you guys in our gameplay video. Thanks a lot for watching as usual. Your subscriptions are real important to me. And see you in the next game. Bye-bye.